Hi, my name is Nicola. I am an energy intuitive, and I'll explain a bit more about exactly what that is in a moment. But the reason I'm jumping on this live is because I've been asked a question. I've been asked a question about the energy of fear and the experience of that as an emotion. So I would love to do this quick Q&A to explore the energy of fear and also give some practical tools to anyone who may be experiencing that. So, as I said, my name's Nicola, I'm an energy intuitive, and what that means is that I am able to tap into energy and consciousness held within the physical, emotional and mental planes of existence within an individual. That really makes up the sum total of your being, and that holds information. Now, the question that I've been asked is about fear, and that is a very real, tangible part of a lot of people's experience at the moment, collectively and individually. And I really want to support this person and anyone else who may feel like they are looking for some tools or techniques from an energy perspective. So I'll just read you the question to give you some context. And that says, I am feeling a constant fear about the government, where this current situation is heading with regards to control. Then I had a thought, is it perhaps my thoughts creating my world? I hope I don't sound crazy, as it's just crazy times. So I totally feel for you. It can be so consuming when our emotional vibration takes over. And what I say to you, my darling, I know exactly what that's like, a feeling of anxiety and panic. Let's look at it through the lens of energy. Let's put on our energy glasses and see you as a vibration of energy. And if we see you as a vibration of energy, negotiating the vibration of fear, what can we do to support you to allow that vibration to transmute, transcend, and transform into something else? And so before I give you an energy tool, let's just back up a little bit, because what is really helpful, we're going to talk about three things actually. So first of all, we're going to talk about an inventory of state, as in an inventory of this experience of fear. That's the first thing. Then we're going to talk about focus, the second thing. And then thirdly, we're going to talk about what you can do from an energy perspective, some specific physical energy techniques that will support your physical, emotional and mental body. So we're talking about the energy of fear. This was a question that I got asked. Someone who is really struggling with their experience of fear. So let's look at that first tool, an inventory of state. This is so helpful to get everything that we have going on in our mind, our thoughts, out on a piece of paper. It's so simple. Think of it like a purge. You're just going to chuck that up onto a piece of paper using a pen. I want you to actually write down, you mentioned fear of the government, not offending my family. Write all of that down. Literally start to do an inventory of your state, because that in itself just allows that mental energy to be released through the movement of your hand on a piece of paper. So really, write an exhaustive list. Don't just stop at one thing or two things. Just get it all out. Really, just go for it. Everything that has been whirring around in your mind, put that on a piece of paper, because ultimately, when we're experiencing fear, it's such a natural temptation to resist it, to push away from it. And that is something that will cause it to persist. What we resist persists. So if this is at all possible, I invite you to throw it up on a piece of paper in the form of a little writing exercise, and then make friends with it in a way, honour it with acceptance. This is the first way. And hello, thank you. I see people are here. This is actually my first live I've ever done, so I don't even know how to say hi to people beyond saying hello like this. So hello. So we're throwing up our fear on a piece of paper with some writing, but the first and crucial step to dissolve this is to accept it. Can you honor yourself with so much compassion that you, as an amazing human being, are having this experience, and that's okay. You've reached out, you've asked for some input. I hope I am supporting you by answering this question. So, acceptance, that is the first step. Honor, compassion and acceptance for everything that you're experiencing. It's totally okay, you're not crazy. It's like, okay, this is where I'm at right now. Fine, I see it clearly on this piece of paper. But then, what is my objective? My objective is I ultimately don't want to live in that place most of the time. So where do we go from here? Well, now we've actually assessed that I have all of that running around in my head a lot of the time, we can start to ask ourselves, are we focusing on aspects in our external world which are feeding that vibration? A very good example, we all know watching the news is not particularly good for feeding our state of calm. The objective of the news is to get viewers. They are built on that old school way of like shock, horror. It's not their fault. Let's not blame them. But let's know that you have the power to choose. Do I want to watch the news, listen to the news or not? You do have that power. So if fear is a really intense thing for you right now, could you go on a detox of things that are feeding that vibration from the external world? And you will know what that is. And if you really do this inventory of state and start to ask yourself, do I put the news on first thing in the morning? Do I listen to it at night? Am I scrolling things in my social media feed which aren't actually that uplifting? Could I either delete my social media for a week, or could I choose to only follow super uplifting people who can give me real advice on how to negotiate this state of emotion? So that is your inventory of state, and that is your focus. Because where focus goes, energy flows, and ultimately, when we are focusing on everything outside of ourselves, we are giving our power away. I want you to bring your focus and put it back inward. This is where your power lies. It's got to go inward. Imagine all of that energy you're sending outwards, like that news, this article or this, or my family is pushing buttons. I know it's challenging, but your choice, your power as the powerful creator of your reality, which is absolutely the truth with a capital T, turn inward. Just like challenge yourself. When I notice my thoughts tagging onto something that is like inflammatory or something that makes me feel fear, can I catch it, be the witness, and decide to take my focus into myself? And then it's like, okay, well then what? So this is the third thing. So the first thing was the inventory of state. The second thing was focus. Anything outside of yourself, you have no control over. Bring the focus back into yourself. The third thing is some actual energy tools. Like, how can you change your state? Because ultimately, you're a vibration. We may appear solid. You're not solid. We know this. This is a fact of physics. We are a coalescence, a vibration of frequency and energy. We may look like atoms. Atoms are smaller particles. They are more space than matter. So when we look at you as a vibration of energy, putting on our energy glasses, physical plane, quite dense, emotional plane, not quite as dense, mental plane, super fine, but still substance. When we see you as a vibration, the vibration of fear, one level, how do we change that and bring you up to another level? There's some really simple ways to do that. Breath. Literally slow, deep breathing. And now it's summer in the Northern Hemisphere. Get outside on the grass. If you're in somewhere where it's snowing, you can still touch a tree. That will get you grounded electrically, electromagnetically, releasing your energy from your head and allowing it to flow into the ground. And the tool that I'm recommending most is kind of a set of tools, and it is about grounding. We all sort of say, oh, I feel grounded or I feel ungrounded, but what does that actually mean? It means energetically, electrically, electromagnetically, your heart field is significantly more stable. This is scientifically proven, measured by like ECG machines, when you are connected to the earth. A stable heart rhythm, your heart is 60 times electrically more powerful than your brain. So who's going to win if we give it a chance? So that's what grounding can do for you. And if you feel curious to know more about grounding, because I am totally obsessed about it and it changed my life, I realised I was ungrounded for basically all of my life until like maybe actually 5 years ago. Oops. So there's a link in my Instagram bio to a YouTube series that I made. It's got 4 videos, one of which, the third one, is a workshop. It gives you practical tools. You're just making different movements with your body, tapping on different parts of your body. If you do that, indoors is fine, outdoors is better. I guarantee, do that for 10 days, you will feel a difference. Hello, Michelle. Oh yes, it was you that asked this question. No, I'm totally welcome to answer this, and I feel delighted. I'm sure this is totally going to help some other people as well. So those are my recommendations for fear. It's a very real fact in today's world, but don't let it get out of control. Bring your vibration back to a place of resilience, and do that with those 3 tools: inventory of state, focus, and some grounding tools. And let me know how you get on. And I think I might do a Q&A every Monday. So if you have any other questions, pop them below or anywhere else that I can see them, and I will drop in on a Monday and do a bit of a Q&A. So thank you. Mwah. Bye.